Now we're getting up to the suffragette movement and how women demand the vote and have more political say in what went on. Does anybody have somebody from that time period that they're especially interested in?
There's one woman in particular that my team at Columbus Metropolitan Library has been doing some research on. Her name's Evangeline Reams. She comes from a Quaker family up in Zanesfield. Her father, as a young man, enlisted in the Civil War, which as a pacifist was not something you would do. He came back from the war and, even worse, married a Methodist. So he was actually excommunicated until Evangeline was about 8 or 9 years old, and then the family came back into the Quaker meeting. When she was about 16 years old, she was called in prayer one day to help the young women of Columbus that she had heard about that were in distress here. She told her parents she felt this calling, she needed to leave, she needed to come to Columbus, and they said absolutely not. She waited a few years till she was 19 and old enough to leave, and left on her own, no money, no connections here in Columbus. Came into town and started working for the Canal Street Mission. Talk about fearless. She went into saloons and brothels and talked to women and found that she realized she had this gift. She had this ability to make people feel that she was going to keep them safe and comfortable and help them get out of their situations. And then just started to realize the extent of this problem and decided to raise some money and ended up buying a house on Harris Avenue over on the west side. She raised $10,000 to buy that house, paid the mortgage off in about 10 years, and then went on and was able to purchase a larger house that could hold up to 50 women at a time. What was really interesting about her as well is that she was interested in the whole person. So she wanted to help women to get education and to be trained for jobs. It was called the Friends Rescue Home. The women who came into the home who were pregnant, she would make sure that if they wanted to keep the child, they would have child care after they gave birth. She actually got the home certified as a birthing center, so the women didn't have to go to the hospital and leave the home and come back, which was pretty astonishing for that time. We're talking 19 teens here. It would cost $1,000 a month to operate the home, and she raised all the money herself. She managed it. She had a small staff of women, but basically managed the home on her own. She would do these speaking tours where she would go around the Midwest to raise money. There's a report from the 19 teens where she traveled 10,000 miles in 1 year. And 10,000 miles in that time.
And it was slow travel at that time.
And slow travel. There was one story that she told in her autobiography where she talks about basically human trafficking scheme that was happening at that time, where there would be ads in the paper that were just too good to be true. You know, we want a housekeeper with very light duties and you get a full apartment and all of these wonderful things, right? But you have to meet me at the train station at 6 o'clock in the evening or something like that, right? So these women would answer the ads and then be abducted and you know, end up in a brothel somewhere, and really horrible stuff. So what Evangeline would do is she ran a service where she would check ads for people. And she told this one story in her autobiography where she went on a sting operation with this young woman who they had the girl go and meet the guy in the dark on the street corner, wherever it was, and Evangeline and the police were hiding around the corner, and when he took the girl into this house nearby, the police jumped in and caught him, and he was arrested and shut that operation down. So just an incredibly fearless woman for her time. Unfortunately, her life came to a somewhat tragic end. She was on one of her fundraising tours in Indiana and was in an automobile accident in 1934. She was only in her early 60s at that time. Her work lived on. People continued to run the Friends Rescue Home until about 1979, so it went on for a long time.